Hola a todos, espero se encuentren muy bien. Mi nombre es Alzaid López con CIEIE y el día de hoy vamos a ver clauses, cláusulas. Comenzamos. Clauses. Clauses are sentences formed by a noun and a verb. For example, John cries, Perla studies, and Susan is. In this case, we use the noun John and the verb cries. Perla, the noun, and studies, the verb. Susan, the noun, and the verb is. We have independent and dependent clauses. The independent clauses are the ones that are understood by itself. They don't need more information, so therefore, with the information we have, we can understand what it's stated. For example, Peter runs fast, Mary cooks meatballs, and Jason drives slow. These are independent because we don't need more information to understand what is stated in these three sentences. The dependent clauses are the ones that are not understood by itself. Why? Because they need more information. Either we need an independent clause or we need more information to understand the sentences or what is stated in these sentences. For example, Mary is. That you told me, or I imagined. As you can see, we don't understand these clauses, but they are clauses. Why? Because they contain the noun and the verb. In the first one, Mary is the noun and is the verb, but we don't understand because we need more information. That you told me, we have you as the noun, and told me, or told is the verb, but we don't understand because we have that indicates that there's more information and I don't have it. Or I imagined. I is my noun and imagined is the verb. But I have or that indicates that there's more information and I don't have it either. So, therefore, these are dependent because they depend on the more information. Complex and compound clauses. The compound clauses are when we use two or more independent clauses in a sentence. For example, in this case, Peter runs fast when Mary cooks meatballs. I can understand both sentences separately, but also they complement each other to make a whole new sentence and an understood sentence. Jason drives slow where Peter runs fast. Again, both sentences are understood perfectly separately, but when we put them together, we make a new sentence and it's completely understood. The complex clauses are when we use one or more dependent and one or more independent clauses in one sentence. For example, Mary cooks the meatballs that you told me. In this case, I can understand Mary cooks the meatballs, but without this information, I would not be able to understand that you told me. That's why they need to work together in this complex clause to make one full understood sentence. The same thing happens in the second sentence. Peter runs fast, or I imagined. Peter runs fast is understood because it's an independent clause, but when I use or I imagine by itself, it's not understood because I need more information. So therefore, I need to use it with my independent sentence, Peter runs fast, to make a whole new complete understood sentence. These are the way we form the complex clauses. We have also noun clauses, and we are going to use interrogative words as linking forms. Now, what does this mean? Okay, this means that we're not going to use the interrogative words to make questions, but to make affirmative sentences. We're going to use these interrogative forms to unite or to gather two sentences. Could be two independent clauses or one independent and one dependent. In this case, we have some examples. What? Maria was doing what her mother told her. Where? Antonio reads the book where he lived when he was a child. When? I was watching TV when it started to rain. How? I was making the salad just how my sister told me. Why? I don't know why she's angry. Who? I was taking a class with a girl who was my teacher before. How much? I don't understand, or I don't know, I'm sorry, how much my backpack cost. How many? She didn't know how many people were at the party. Which? He's thinking which class should he take. While I was watching a movie while I was eating popcorn. Whom? Mario is the man whom I was preparing a pasta for. Whose? Maria is the one whose cat was adopted. That. I am going to make the cake that I saw on YouTube. In this case, as you can see, I'm not using these interrogative words to make questions, but to link two different clauses. The idea is to use them according to the meaning of each interrogative word. For example, what means loque, where, donde, when, cuando, how, cómo, why, por qué, who, quién, how much, cuánto o cuánta, how many, cuántos o cuántas, which, cuál o cuáles, while, mientras, whom, a quién, whose, de quién, that, que. Okay, guys, that'll be everything for this topic. Espero les sirva muchísimo. Recuerden repasar constantemente. Y recuerden, con CIEIE, make it yours.